Hello everyone, thought I'm going to introduce myself. I'm Count Silver, and today we are back with more Corpse Factory. The last time we played, Noriko was just having a very lovely and very calming Sunday afternoon when she discovered that she was actually requested by her own website. And she's pretty confident that Tomoe was the one that requested her. She gets into work the next day. Tomoe and Aoi, who was supposed to start work with her, didn't make it. So that's where we left off last time. Let's go ahead and get started today. So we are walking back home from the office and we're going through the park in the evening. I guess she normally does this. I thought this was only like a one-time thing, but I guess she does do this on the way back from the office in the evenings. So that's something new I didn't know. This is where we found Tomoe and Shinya on Saturday? Or was it Friday? It was Friday. Friday. I don't enjoy my walk home through the park this evening as much as I normally do. There are too many things weighing on my mind. Aoi, Tomoe, Shinya, and Kotomi. Why is it that I'm increasingly finding myself drawn into office drama? I don't want to deal with any of it. I just want to pursue my own goals. Working at the office is a means to an end, a way to keep a roof over my head and have the money to achieve Corpse Girl's ambitions. If I could quit, I would, but I can't. Not just yet. She always refers to Corpse Girl like it's a separate entity. Like it's just not her. It's somebody else. She says, I am Corpse Girl. But when she refers to Corpse Girl, she doesn't say it as if she's talking about herself sometimes. Which I find quite interesting. It's like a alter ego. Like it's like a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing. I wonder if I could monetize Corpse Girl's services. Users could pay a fee to request a death, or I could even just accept donations. But I get the sinking feeling that asking for money will reduce the amount of requests I get. Yeah, not to mention that it can be traced. I wouldn't want to do that either. The number of requests coming in is already depressingly low. If I reduce it any further, I'd be in trouble. As I draw closer to my apartment building, my phone cries out for attention. I bring it to my ear with a swift hand.
Aoi? Noriko.
Oh, wow, perfect timing. Why have you been waiting?
What's the deal? I've been trying to get in touch with you all day.
Yeah, you made me look like a fool.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I couldn't bring myself to come into the office.
What did you do?
Yeah, well, I gathered that. Tell me why. You know, just the stuff I normally have to deal with.
Oh, I need to know.
For real? What are we talking about here? Stalkers? Or your own battles? I left the apartment twice. I really did. But I had to go back inside each time because it didn't feel right.
Do you have very bad anxiety, maybe?
I had to check a few things and then check again, and in the end, I gave up and laid in bed. I must have fallen asleep because when I looked at the time, it was already late.
I sigh angrily and hope that Aoi doesn't hear me. Oh, that was pretty clear.
It sounds like you had a rough day.
That was pretty clear.
I'm sorry, but the situation isn't great. I'm just going to be honest with you, okay?
Yeah, I think that's totally fair, because you really put her in the spot, and like now all the attention's on her when she really doesn't want it to be. And she was just trying to help you out.
I don't think they'll be happy with you if you come in tomorrow. If I were you, I'd write a polite letter of resignation and just forget about the job.
Yeah, I think I would make up some excuse, but again, you have to at least like say something first.
Shinya's been kind of thrown under the bus because of this. Shinya? Why? I'm not too sure myself. Since he got you the job, I suppose he was somewhat responsible for you. But because you didn't come in, it sounds like his career's in real jeopardy.
And not to mention that you also, even regardless if she didn't know it was going to put Shinya in a bad position, she should have known that it was going to put Noriko in a bad position regardless.
Oh god. Oh no.
Yeah, you see?
Take a breath. You didn't know something like this would happen. I didn't either.
You should have. This blows my mind.
I think this one exec has it out for him or something because it's too much of an overreaction.
That's the professional world for you, though, to be honest.
I can't believe it. I never wanted to cost him his job.
I know. You didn't mean for this to happen. Look, I'll try and smooth things out a little. I'll talk to Sheena tomorrow. You need to look after yourself right now, okay? Promise me you'll just take it easy tonight and relax.
Okay.
Forget this ever happened. Noriko will look after everything.
Ah, she is not your savior.
Thank you, Noriko.
Okay. Get some rest. Talk to you soon, Aoi.
Bye-bye.
I need to know what's going on. I need to know about her personal battles. Maybe it's too personal, I don't know. I end the call with a heavy heart. I don't actually have any idea what to do. When it comes to Aoi, I always feel obligated to just tell her anything that will help her feel better. If I could actually follow through with my words and genuinely make things better for her, then... well, maybe we'd have a bit of a different relationship than we do now. But I'd probably miss out my opportunity for that a long time ago. You see, I don't get it, like, cause, I mean, I do get it, but it's like, just because you help her out, it doesn't mean she owes you anything, you know what I mean? Like, and maybe that's just not, like, what she's thinking, but that's what it sounds like she's saying. And regardless, even if you help her, she doesn't have to like you like that. I don't know, it bothers me that she's kind of expecting this kind of thing. If it's like, oh, if I help her, then maybe things will be different. It's like, it probably won't be. In senior high school, I was never really truly understanding of her, and that cost me too much. Things are different now, of course. I've seen what she goes through. I'd like to think I understand her a lot more now. My feelings for her are true, and not muddled in sympathy or pity. If this was a different life, and I hadn't made all those stupid mistakes, I would be happy to be with her. But now, the best I can hope for is that she wants to remain friends with me, and that we will have to be enough to satisfy me.
Yo.
Oh shit. I knew I'd find her here. That voice. A trickle of icy sweat drips down my spine. In the near distance, sitting on the bench close to the park's exit, it's an easily recognizable figure.
Come here.
This is a cute outfit, though. This is a cute outfit. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Look, she even wears the same pants I do. Not with the big zipper, but like the Adidas? The Adidas sweatpants? She's just like me for real. I freeze in my tracks. My body wants to keep walking, to reach the familiar safety of my home, but my brain is engaging in its fight or flight mode. Torn between my options, I find myself completely stationary.
Come on, I won't hurt you.
Are you sure? Last time I trusted you to get close, you beat the shit out of me. There's no doubt in my mind that she's been wanting for me to... well, Jesus Christ. She's been waiting for me here all afternoon. She knows my route home. That's obvious since I last encountered her in Shinya in this very same park. I can't help but to tense up as she leaps off the bench and approaches me.
You're into weird shit, right? Like, occult stuff?
Yes?
Maybe? Is that what you came here to ask me?
Maybe. What is that? What kind of answer is that?
Nah, just listen, okay? I wanted the opinion of someone freakier than me.
She really knows how to flatter a girl.
It's kind of dumb, you know, but have you heard of that Corpse Girl website thing?
Who does she think she's talking to? More importantly, how should I respond?
I've heard rumors. Yeah, right? I heard rumors too, so I checked it out.
I thought the whole thing was really funny. Like, could it be for real? Anyway, maybe I kinda used it to request a death. Is that so?
Tomoe has pretty much straight up admitted that she was the one who requested my death. After all, I know exactly how many requests come through the site. The latest one had to have been from her. She could have done one while you were at work. You know what I mean? Like, that makes the most sense to me.
Yeah, and, well, you know how the site works, right?
Fill me in.
You're not doing a good job of being discreet.
All you do is put in a photo of a bitch and her phone number. Then she's supposed to drop dead. Simple as that.
I see.
Thing is, no one knows how it works. Or if it works, actually.
You don't say.
Right. Okay, so you requested somebody's death, and what happened?
I mean, the person you requested could be around right now as we speak. This corpse girl you speak of? She could be anywhere. At any time. She could even be right in front of you.
Well...
This is it. This is where she admits that she uploaded my photo. I've caught her red-handed, but it's highlighted in green.
You see... the dumb bitch went and died.
I told you, I knew it wasn't her. I blinked a few times. I'm positive I didn't hear that right.
What did you say?
The chick whose photo I uploaded. She's deader than a doorknob.
Was it the girl from earlier? The one that we did beforehand? Not before the guy that we did. Who is Tomoe referring to? My mind is racing frantically, scanning through the list of corpse girls victims over the past few months. The only people who have died recently are Akane Tsurumaki and Ichi Hanada. Tomoe is talking about a female, so that rules out Ichi. Then there's Ruru Hatano, but she died such a long time ago. Last year, in fact. Surely Tomoe wasn't the one who requested her death. Yeah, she just started bragging about it on her noise like a week ago, so... I'm sorry, I had to sneeze. It was way too long ago for her to be bringing it up now. That leads me to believe that the only person Tomoe could be talking about is Akane Tsurumaki. Or has somebody else died? Somebody I never found out about? That's impossible. I've been so thorough in searching for the results of my work. The only victim that Tomoe could be talking about is Akane. But wait, no, that can't be right. Tomoe requested my death. Tomoe, uploaded my photo to Corpse Girl's website just recently. I take a deep breath, swallow hard, and open my mouth.
Tomoe, what you're saying is really serious. Are you sure this person died?
Yep, no doubt. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. If you're good with this occult junk, how do you think she died from a website?
She doesn't even have the answer to that, and she runs it.
Do you reckon my request really killed her? Because I don't really want this shit on my conscience, you know?
I don't know what to say.
Come on. I was only really joking around with the website. Didn't think for a second that it could really work.
I mean, you know what happens when you joke around too much.
But now, this bitch is cold in the ground, and I can't sleep at night. Keeping Shinya close is the only thing making me calm lately.
Oh, I just popped my freaking thumb. Ow. Tomoe seems to be showing a little remorse, which I didn't think she had in her. If she thought the website was a joke, then fair enough. It's only natural that she'd want to play around with it. Then again, I'm kind of offended that she's figured the whole thing was fake. Corpse Girl has worked too damn hard to be considered a joke. 3 deaths, bro. 3 deaths. You cannot account for that being quote-unquote successful, I feel like. Well, I mean, I guess, you know, in terms of deaths, that is pretty successful. But, like, it's not big enough yet to be considered. It's like, several people think it's just, like, some rumor. Or, like, even if they do go look at it, they look at it and they're like, oh, that's neat. And they probably close out of it. But I want to get to the bottom of this. I need to find out whose deaths Tomoe requested. And more importantly, the question of who requested my own death remains unanswered.
Tomoe, what's the name of the person you requested to die?
Her name? Oh, you might know her. It was that skank from our office, Akane Tsurumaki.
I knew it. I knew it. I was like, it had to be her. So why is she calling her a skank? She just straight chills all the time, like from what I could see. Akane Tsurumaki. Sure enough, she's well and truly dead. Tomoe isn't wrong in believing that the website killed Akane. Tomoe once posted a noise about wanting to try the website, and she was waiting to find someone to try it on. If I recall correctly, the request for Akane's death came through Corpse Girl's website shortly after I read that post. Perhaps Tomoe made the request on the very same day. So then, Tomoe was the one responsible. I assumed the person who requested Akane's death was someone in our office, but I never figured it would be a junior data entry temp like Tomoe. I didn't think she was a temp. I thought she was well, no, she is a temp. She just came in a little bit before she did. That's right. I remember now. How did Tomoe even know Akane? I can't see how their paths would have crossed in such a large office building.
Yo, Psycho, you in there?
Listen, you're the one that came to me for help. You better watch your tone. I snap out of my thoughts and meet Tomoe's dead-eyed glaze.
Your professional
Gaze.
opinion,
Glaze.
can a website really kill someone?
Professional opinion. I'm torn between giving two replies. I could state that I believe the website worked and therefore help increase Corpse Girl's credibility, or I could play it safe and make sure I'm not suspected of any involvement. Coward that I am, I decide to play it safe.
No, absolutely not. A website can't kill someone.
Yeah, I figured. Guess it's just a coincidence that she died.
Yeah, such a coincidence.
You reckon I'm not guilty then? I didn't really want the bitch dead anyway. I was just mucking around.
Oh my god, she was like, oh, Noriko's like, oh, someone had to have it out for her, even though she looks so plain, but she might be a terrible person. And then it's like, Tomoe's like, I was just messing around. I don't know why, I don't even know why she would choose her out of all people. You would think if she wanted to quote unquote test it, it would be Noriko. But again, I said it before, maybe Noriko just like a special place in her heart that she just can't get rid of her.
Yeah, you're not guilty.
Thank God. That's a real weight off my elbows, you know?
So what were you doing here, not at work though, you know? Is it your conscience, or are you just like, you just creeping around?
I sure as shit won't mess around with sites like that again, though. I'm gonna play it real straight from now on.
That's great.
I gotta get my life together. I got a man to look after now.
Is that so?
Right. Well, good luck with that. I need to get home.
All I want right now is to get back and figure out who the hell uploaded a photo of me to the website. My mind is reeling, and I'm not in the right headspace to listen to Tomoe's drivel any longer.
Hey, for what it's worth, which ain't much. Thanks. Thanks for putting my mind at ease.
She actually said thanks, that's a huge thing.
I know we ain't always seen eye to eye, and... well, nah. That's about it for now.
No, keep talking. I want to hear more. For a fleeting moment, I imagined she was about to apologize for assaulting me last week. That possibility disappeared from my mind almost as soon as it had appeared.
See you tomorrow.
She waves, almost sheepishly, and wanders back through the park in the direction that I came from. Right, time to get home. I can't relax until I know who requested my death. If it wasn't Tomoe, then this situation could be a lot more serious than I originally thought. Don't forget that you put that picture in her desk. If it wasn't because of my petty squabbles with her, then someone really wants me dead. Who? You're not going to be able to find out. It's all anonymous. Yeah, girl, it's over with. I'm sorry. You're done. You're done. Things got twisted real quick. She's not going to be able to figure it out. Like, she's going to have to do some real detective work. Sounds like we need to get Shinya involved, but then you have to tell everybody. Which is also kind of like what you don't want to do. I can't sleep. It must be past 3 a.m. What does the clock say there? It's all zeros. I can't really tell. I think that's all zeros. I don't even know what that is. It doesn't look like numbers. Countless hours have passed since I started trying to figure out who requested my death. I've run through every possible candidate and their potential reasons 1,000 times. I've replayed every encounter I've ever had with every person I've ever met, and I'm drawing a blank. I don't know who wants me dead. I'm not so vain to think that everyone likes me. I'm sure a hell of a lot of people don't like me very much at all. But does anyone not like me enough to want me dead? To nominate me for Corpse Girl to claim as her prey? I take little solace in the fact that my life isn't actually in danger. Corpse Girl's victims are only brought low by my hand. You still made up the photo. I mean, you didn't text it to you, but you did make the photo, which I'm not sure how all this plays out yet. I don't know how really it works, and she doesn't really know either. Maybe there's something more to it. Though my convictions are strong and I never refuse a request, taking my own life is absolutely out of the question. Yeah, because then you can't do it anymore. This is the one and only request I will ever refuse, and it's not for the sake of my own life, but rather for the sake of Corpse Girl's continued existence. I will not let her die and be buried with me. What if Aoi gets requested? What then, Noriko? However, now that I've eaten of the knowledge that somebody genuinely wants me dead, I can't cure my upset stomach. No amount of mental reassurance will quell the sickness rising inside of me. The top candidates are, of course, those closest to me. I crossed Tomoe off the list. Her relief at knowing Akane Tsurumaki's death wasn't her fault convinced me that she wouldn't make the mistake of messing with the website twice. Add to the fact that she came to me for reassurance. Well, it's safe to say that she's not the person I'm looking for. So that leaves the people I deal with on a daily basis. Aoi Sato, my best friend since junior high, and the first person I've ever felt for. She rejected me gracefully during senior high, so gracefully that we still remain friends to this day. Would she want me dead? It's doubtful. She wouldn't even report her stalker, a guy who she is apparently related to the police, because she didn't want him arrested. Yeah, but that was for her own sake. You know, it doesn't mean that she's not capable. I don't think she puts enough eggs in Aoi's basket, if I'm being honest. I don't think she counts on her too much. She's like, oh, she's just a feeble little thing that I need to protect. Little does she know that she may be secretly insane. Which again, you know, we did play the prologue, and she was a part of something there. Then there's Shinya Fujikawa, another acquaintance from school, and now my coworker. He has even gone so far as to call his friends now that we're connected on Noise. I've never been romantically interested in him, but I was under the false impression that he had feelings for me. He's a wannabe detective, but he doesn't have the confidence to follow in his father's footsteps. He doesn't strike me as the type to want somebody dead, let alone to go through with requesting somebody's death. Still, quiet, guarded people like him can really surprise you. When you take those three out of the equation, the people I deal with daily are very few. There are the higher-ups and execs at work, like Katami Ida, but our dealings are so short and simple that I'm sure I barely even register on their radar. If I extend my list of candidates to include people that I don't deal with regularly, but who are technically still part of my life, then the list gets a little more interesting and harder to narrow down. Kenji and Momo Ogawa, the father and daughter living in my apartment building. They're sweet, kind, and considerate. Couldn't imagine they'd want to kill me unless I'm really using up too much of their internet bandwidth and they just can't take it anymore. Could you imagine? Well, actually, yeah. Don't answer that. There's my elder sister, of course, Yuriko Kurosawa. We haven't talked in over a year, at least. She's scum, but probably not the type to randomly elect her own sister for death. Probably. What makes her scum? She's on parole, so I have to believe she wouldn't do anything to jeopardize her freedom. What is she getting into? And there's Mother. In Japan especially? Like, you gotta been doing some heinous shit. Asuna Kurosawa. She's simply not in a position to submit NI details to Corpse Girl's website. My struggling blank brain can't think of anyone else currently in my life. I have a very small social circle, it's true. All the people that fill my noise newsfeed have either already been named on this list, or they are from such a small, long ago part of my life that they wouldn't even remember I exist anymore. Don't forget, what's his name? Is his name Kenji? Was it? The guy at the library? I know you just met him, but it was a pretty particular conversation. And he did kind of see you have a episode, we'll call it. And then suddenly, and without warning, a face pops up into my mind with startling clarity. The guy from the library. I told you. Kojiro, was it? Kojiro with no surname. He was bizarre, eccentric, didn't seem like the type of person that gets outside much. Kind of like me, I suppose. His eyes were so clear that it was unnerving. They say the eyes are the window to the soul, but I couldn't see anything of substance through his lenses. Out of everyone I've mentally listed, he seems like the person most capable of taking someone's life. That's a biased opinion, based on little to no knowledge of him. It's just the impression he gives. However, I have to ask myself, would he want me dead? Me, a person he met one time at the library? In addition, the photo of me that was uploaded to my website was from Tumujin's corporate system. It's the very same picture that I wear on my ID tag. How would Kojiro have access to it? If he was going to upload a photo of me, he would have found my noise profile and used an image from one of my albums. There aren't too many photos of me on there, but there are enough to identify me. The guy is suspicious, but I don't think he's the one I'm looking for. Yet, I can't get his face out of my mind. As I say, maybe we should talk to him. But I think I'm going to stop there for today before we get started on even more. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you so much for watching. As always, I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. The mystery continues. We're still trying to figure out who requested her death. It's definitely not Tomoe. She requested someone else. So she did get someone else killed. We just didn't tell her that. And she seems to be a bit nicer to us, which is also a little suspicious. But also not a bad thing. Honestly, I do want to be buddies with Tomoe if we can, but we'll have to see. I'll see you guys on the next part. Thank you for watching this one. And as always, this has been Obediently Yours, Count Silver, signing off.